Welcome back to the Beauty Boss Millionaire podcast with daily on-the-go episodes packed with testimonies and business tips to help you create financial freedom through entrepreneurship. Hosted by the owner of Fracassi Lashes and the Blow Dry Lounge, the Beauty Boss Millionaire herself, Felicia Fracassi.
Welcome back to Beauty Boss Millionaire. I'm your host, Felicia Fracassi, and we're now in season 3. And this season is going to be really on organization because organization is really the foundation of anyone's business. And the objective of this episode is to really identify why organization is so important, even down to the small details. Start your business off on the right foot by being organized. And this can be hard if you are not an organized person, or if you have ADD or ADHD where you're jumping all around. Have no fear, because I'm here to help you out with all these things. I see people that don't know how to be organized, but you can still have a great business. You just have to learn how to set up the foundation, because the foundation is so important. And if you were raised in a family where you didn't really have organizational skills, it's going to take a little bit more work, but you can actually learn to be more organized with your business. You know how I know this? Because I actually started off not so organized when I was younger. About 11 or 12, I realized that I really needed to be organized because, one, I didn't want to get in trouble by my mom because she inspected our rooms every Saturday. And 2, I realized that it just helped save me a lot of time. And 3, my relatives always made me clean their houses for chore money. And I had an aunt, God bless her, who wasn't so organized. I mean, it was really bad. She couldn't find her wallet. She couldn't find her keys, couldn't find her checkbook. She had a lot of money and she would just buy things and buy things and buy things. But she really would not have an organizational system. And she really suffered from it because just to get out the house it should have only taken us probably about 5 minutes to get out the house, and looking for her keys, looking for this, looking for that, it took us way longer. It literally took us probably about 20 minutes to get out the house every single morning. So organization, if you're not organized, it can really hinder your growth. You can lose a lot of time looking for things in your business, getting your day started, and it can really take over your day. And if you're trying to run a multi-location business like I have done, you have to be organized down to the small details. Even your reports have to be organized. Your operating system needs to be organized. There needs to be a checklist in place or a simple list of how things should be done in what order. Because it helps with faster decision making. For example, like I was saying earlier, the data, I can pull data and determine how to properly staff on holidays from last year's reports. I can properly determine how many people need to be on the floor on a Friday versus Saturday. And everything changes by season, just like in real life. Seasons change. Seasons also change in your business. So being organized and being able to look at data will help you determine when is your low season, your high season, when is your busy season, and when is your off-peak season. And just simply being organized just improves your operating system. And your team will perform better if you have a team. And if you don't have a team, you need to be organized before you get that team on board, because you don't want people working in chaos, in confusion. Being organized eliminates doing something 2 and 3 times when it should have just been done once. And I've seen business owners, I've walked into businesses, I look around, I'm like, oh Lord, this place is not organized at all. But I'll be patient, I'll work with them because I know not everybody has these organizational skills. And I'm typically pretty proud that they even have a business. I'll see a lot of handwritten notes. That's one of my pet peeves. I don't like handwritten notes in establishments because I think it's unprofessional. Even if it's a simple note about a bathroom break, it should be printed out. Maybe I'm just being a little OCD. Sometimes I'll see handwritten notes on walls and I'll see instructions and just marker, and it just takes away the classiness of the business. But back to being organized. Being organized helps you focus more on customer service versus operational issues. You're not looking for this or looking for that, or even when you're with a client, always take a pen, always have your own pen. Now with this whole pandemic, I've always carried my own pen, but now with the pandemic, I feel like people really should think twice about borrowing other people's stuff, contaminating with germs and all these things. Just carry your own supplies, have your own paper. I literally have this black notebook binder that I take with me everywhere. And I had to learn this. I'm guilty of just one of those people when I was younger. I just kind of would, okay, give me a scrap piece of paper. I'd be writing notes on my hands. That quickly stopped early on in my life when I realized the best way to be organized is to have a folder that you can replace the paper in, or a yellow legal paper that you can replace, and you just carry it with you to write your notes. My husband is actually really good at this. He is a contractor and he's always having to write down specific notes when he goes to a job. So he has pens upon pens, notebooks and binders. And I knew he was the one for me when he handed me a new binder and a new paper. And he's like, here you go, just in case you need some new notes to write down. And I thought that was so sweet. And he's a businessman, so he kind of understood the importance of it. He didn't buy me a pair of sneakers. He bought me something that I needed. And I really respected him for that. Because being organized simply improves your productivity. You can get things done faster when you're organized. You're not looking for things. You're not hoping things are where you left it or maybe where you think you left it. I can simply say, look in the drawer below the computer to the left, and there are the certificates or whatever it is in your business. So we're going to really wrap it up, and we're going to talk about this more in the next season to come. But I want to just really stress the importance of explaining why it's important to be organized and how we can really fine-tune our operating process. Stay tuned because I've got some great tips coming up next. Thanks for tuning in to The Beauty Boss Millionaire with Felicia Fracassi.
That's it for today. Tune in tomorrow for the Beauty Boss Millionaire podcast. And don't forget to follow the Beauty Boss Millionaire, Felicia Fracassi, on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Beauty Boss Millionaire.